Wow, this guy's micro.
Welcome to Autobot Arcade.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Autobot Arcade here, bringing you another Transformers review. This time it's the Transformers Age of the Primes Micronus Prime. But before we get into the video, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Autobot Arcade and Autobot Arcade Reviews. And without further ado, let's get into this review. Starting off with the packaging, on the front of the box we have the Age of the Primes logo with some images of Micronus down the side. On the first side of the box we have the continuing image of the 13 Primes all lined up. On the back of the box we have him in both modes, his sort of vehicle mode and his suit mode, and on the other side of the box we have some more digital renders of the character. And here he is out of the box. But before we take a closer look at him, who is Micronus Prime?
Micronus was created by Primus, the godlike creator of Cybertron, as part of the 13. The first Cybertronians formed to defend the universe against Unicron and guide all subsequent life. He was the smallest of the 13, and that distinction shaped his role and his philosophy. Unlike many of his siblings who sought power or leadership, Micronus focused on balance and connection. His ancient artifact was the Chimera Stone, which allowed him to share power and create energetic bonds between Transformers.
And here he is out of the box, and this guy is tiny. He's made out of a few different plastics. We have the sort of clear blue plastic and we have the sort of greeny blue plastic. He does have some silver paint on him as well, on the faceplate and on the chest and arms and legs. There is some sculpting work as well, but it's very minor and a bit hard to see. It's sort of where some of the paint is. He does look really cool. We're getting a closer look at him and he does look really nice. He is small, but he is mighty. Spinning him round to the back, he has absolutely no backpack and there's no real kibble anywhere. He is so tiny, there's nothing really to hide anywhere. But getting a close look at the head sculpt, it is very hard to see because it is so small and the camera doesn't want to focus on it. But there is some silver on the faceplate and he does have a sort of regular expression on his face. And again, on the front he does have some details, some sculpted bits and some paint as well, which does look quite nice. But obviously at such a small scale it is quite hard to do much to the figure. But so that we can take a look at the accessories next, we need to get him transformed. So let's get into the first bit of the transformation. And here he is in disc mode, and I mean it does look pretty cool. It is just a round disc. It looks a bit better from the front than from the back, and there is some nice detailing from the sides of the legs and the arms and the chest that all come together to make a pattern on the front of the disc, but it looks nice. Bringing in his accessories, his main accessory of course being the suit of armor, or the Apex armor as it's sometimes seen, and the Chimera Stone. Chimera Stone is this little blue disc. There is a bit of sculpted detail on it and there is a little bit of paint in the middle, but it's very small and there's not that much going on, but it looks quite nice. There is also a peg on the back and it can be attached to the front of the armor just like so, and it can attach onto the back of him right here. But now, taking the suit of armor, and this thing looks really nice. It's still not that big, just like Micronus Prime isn't that big, but it's got some nice details, a mixture of different green paints, some black plastic, some silver in places as well. On the back he has these spinning bits, which you'll see what they're used for in a bit, and you can see some sort of motorcycle pieces, which again you'll understand more in a bit. So there is a bit of a backpack, but it's not too bad and I don't mind it really. The hands are quite unique as they seem to also double as some sort of weaponry as well, but it looks quite nice. And then all you have to do is open up the front like this, and then you can take Micronus Prime put him in the center, and then just close it back up like so. And when you have him in there, he does look really, really nice and quite threatening, to be honest. A lot more threatening than when he's just on his own. For Micronus' articulation, the head can spin all the way around, but it is quite tight and difficult because it is so small. The arms can come out this far, can go back this far, and go forwards this far, and can bend and spin at the elbow. The legs can come out this far, back this far, and forwards this far, and again spin and bend at the knee as it is a ball joint. For some robot mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, the Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, the Gamer Edition Ratchet, the G1 Commander Class Optimus Prime, the G1 Leader Class Megatron, the New Age Optimus Prime, and for some other style of characters, we have the Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America and the Star Wars Black Series Shaq T. But without further ado, let's get down to transformation. And here he is in his sort of vehicle mode. I suppose you could call both of them his vehicle mode whenever he's using the suit, but here he is in the alternate mode to the suit. And it does look pretty cool. It's sort of this unicycle motorbike thing, but it does look pretty cool in my opinion. And I like that he can sit there and ride it and everything is connected to it. Now there is alternate modes as well. The wheel can become a shield for other characters, the main body of the bike can also become a jetpack for other characters, and the arms can become weaponry for the other characters. But here in this mode it looks pretty cool. You still got the same colours coming through, the same sculpted detail and the same paint, but it looks pretty cool. And for the darker green bit, the main part of the bike, this is probably definitely the mode it was supposed to be in, as that front part of the bike with the windscreen and whatnot was definitely sculpted to be here and does look a bit out of place on the back of the Apex armor. I really like how the wheel is the legs of the armor. I love how they transform into the wheel and they've got the tread detail and whatnot. If you'd never watched a review for this guy before, you wouldn't expect it. It's quite cool and unique, I think. The weakest part of it, in my opinion, is probably the hands sticking out at the back, but they are on the inside, so you don't really get to see them that much, and you can pretend that the fingers on the outside that are sort of the guns in the robot mode are the exhausts in the vehicle mode. But going in for a closer look and looking all the way around, it does look very, very nice. You can use the arms that are also the exhaust as stands, and the wheel does roll. It is made of plastic and attached in afterwards, and it can catch on the upper part of the bike, so it doesn't roll as smoothly as other wheels do on other Transformers vehicles, but it looks cool. So there's that. As you can see, we have the Chimera Stone on the back of Micronus Prime, where we put it earlier on. So there really isn't any accessories to attach in this mode, it's all already there. It's a bit of a parts former, yes, but it works. It becomes this, it becomes weapons and armor for the other characters, it becomes the robot mode. Everything just fits nicely together and looks quite good in both modes. For some vehicle mode size comparisons, here he is next to the Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee, the Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, the Gamer Edition Ratchet, the G1 Commander Class Optimus Prime, the G1 Leader Class Megatron, the New Age Optimus Prime, the Marvel Legends Sam Wilson Captain America, and the Star Wars Black Series Shaq T. And that's a wrap on our review of the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Micronus Prime. A very small but very cool looking figure. I like how they were able to justify him being a deluxe figure by giving him the Apex armor as well, to beef him up to that deluxe size and price point, and both in his regular mode or as the combined with the suit, he looks very, very cool. Yes, the articulation is a bit limited on the Micronus figure, but it makes up for it in the suited version, and he's got some pretty cool uses, being weapons and armor, as well as being able to make a bike out of the suit, and I love how the legs turn into the wheels. Anyway, before he rolls off the table and I lose him for good, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, click the subscribe button for more Transformers reviews, and if you enjoyed the video, why not leave a comment down below, tell me what you think of this guy, and tell me which Prime is your favourite, or who you're looking forward to coming out next. And until next time, transform and roll out.